What's going on, people? Troops TV, back again. Like our bloods in Denmark, you understand? Doing up. Good dad, you get me? Trey's got a football tournament. We're out here supporting the ball. My favorite midget is away at the Barstool Classic. So no Zaza this ep. Because I've been doing this whole Denmark thing, I was supposed to do something with Mr. Raw. I hope I pronounced his name right, blood. You understand? Big Forest fan, supposed to do something with him, pause, but you understand? Everything's gone mad. I was supposed to get Flawless Media, Sensation, the man that puts me in all of this shit for episode 223, making his debut. What are you telling me, bro?
How we doing? Pleasure to make the went Hyde Park and had a good time. But yeah, I'm happy to finally jump on the pod.
Come on, man, you get me. Only one place to start. Champions League football. Man City 4. Real Madrid 0, Man City making it. The only man for me, Matt, yeah, who can leave that pitch with his head held high for Real Madrid is Courtois, blood. He's the only one, bro. You get me? He kept the score lower because it could have been a cricket score, blood. You get me? You look at their main players. Vinicius was poor. Benzema was quiet. Modric got pulled off. Camavinga he was all right. He was probably the best out of the back line. Carvajal, boy, Grealish tore him about 5 new batios, blood. You understand? I wish Zar was here now because he's the biggest Grealish hater, blood. Do you understand? And you get me? What Grealish is doing this year is amazing things. You get me? He's not got a lot of goals and assists, but he's playing a key part in Man City going forward and what they're doing. How did you see the game, bro?
I mean, Man City just did that thing where they suffocate the other team. They did it to us at the Emirates. We just couldn't get out of our own half. As soon as we got the ball, we'd lose it. And when they got the ball, they'd keep it for 20 minutes. It's so annoying to play against. They're just a level above everyone. Madrid are no joke, especially in the Champions League. And they made it look like they were playing West Ham at home or even Arsenal at home. Obviously, we got a better result than Real Madrid.
Got a goal.
Got a goal, whole Benzema, everyone. But I mean, City is just a level above. Pep's putting out new formations every game. Stones is playing up front in the midfield. I just don't understand it. They're too good.
Is this team better than the Barcelona team? Because people are starting to say they are. They're starting, like, if they back the trail, but there's a lot more intensity in this team. If Pep does do,
man, you can actually ask who is better out of both of the teams, and the answer actually matter is Pep Guardiola. And I think if you ask Pep, he would tell you that Barca team is just astronomically clear of any other team in football history. What they did to teams with Messi, Villa, Pedro, Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta, it's sort of a reincarnation. The current City team's a bit of a reincarnation of it now, but then you just had raw ballers. I was a bit too young to experience it properly, like I'm witnessing this Man City team, but that is what made me fall in love with football. That team, they had an identity. They were ridiculous. I think that, you know, for City to even be compared to that team is an achievement in itself. But I think the Barca team is just a little bit better than not just them, but every other team that's ever existed.
So you think they are 4, basically? They're what people look at and they're like, yo, this is the blueprint.
Yeah, I think that's the end goal.
Bayern done a treble as well, blood, without Pep, but they done a treble as well. So
yeah, that Bayern team during lockdown was a bit of a joke as well. Do you think the City team's better?
Player for player, no. But as a team, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I've seen this City team. I've seen the Barca team. I saw that Barca team absolutely power driver us in the new camp. I've seen us beat them at the Emirates and draw when Fabregas broke his foot with that penalty, the equalizer at the 83rd minute or something. But I always thought we could beat, I believe we can get no change out of City.
I thought we were going to beat them both times. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, you're fucking deluded though, blood. You're in the Thai camp. You understand?
Listen, there's no point of being negative. I don't understand it. You might as well be positive about this team, but we'll get into that at another point. But I mean, the Man City team at the moment is
Because look at this now, yeah. When we played that Barcelona peak team, yeah, we drew 2-2. We beat them 2-1 at Emirates. And then every game at Barca, at the new camp, we got slapped. But we done a job at the Emirates Stadium. When we've played City, home away, murder she wrote.
Yeah, but there's a build-up to it. There's a build-up.
Man, I'm pulling out the abacus. No, but blood, we had build-up. We had Fabregas against Barca. You understand? We had tiki-taka versus tiki-taka. We had it. We had Pep versus Wenger. We had it, blood. We had all of that. You understand? So it was the same. There was more. There was maybe more with the Barca game because of the Fabregas, the style of football. You get me? They T4 Henry. There's that little tension between us. There was probably, you know what I mean, more on the Barca rivalry than the City one. Obviously, the City one's for the Premier League.
I think you do need to take into account the fact that their manager knows our manager inside out. And I remember you saying to me as well that there's...
You never let out your whole artillery, blood. You have to keep some things close to the heart, blood. You understand? Like, if you want to get a girl, I'll tell you certain bars to get the girl. I'm not going to tell you my, you understand? My blood clot, yeah, you get me? I'm not going to give you that one, blood. You understand? I give you like a blood clot, you feel me?
Yeah, you know, like it's... I mean, I don't know how Arteta actually beat Pep in his first season as a professional manager. We beat him 2-1 at Wembley. Don't know how that
2-0.
2-0, yeah, Abba brace, but I don't know how that happened. But
was that to do with lockdown and there's less pressure? There's no fans in the ground. You can more play your game. If you make a mistake, there's no one there like, you fucking idiot.
It weren't real. That time weren't real. The end of 1920 and the whole mad for anything. And that's why Liverpool's title doesn't matter for anything.
He said that, not me, blood. You understand? You know the fan base gonna come for your neck, blood. You understand? Pause. You know me? I fuck with the Scousers them, but you understand? It is what it is, blood. Do you think City will win the Champions League now? I mean, they will face Inter Milan, obviously, on aggregate. Is this the most embarrassing semi-final performances we've seen from teams? Can you remember a semi-final that was so one-sided? Like both semi-finals, one-sided, where AC never stood a chance, and basically Madrid from it got to Etihad.
That probably not. I mean,
I think that was the quarter.
Impressive from Inter to not concede a goal. Obviously, they both play at the same ground, but it's impressive how they went the whole leg. And Milan were getting a fucking talking to as well from the old
Mafia.
The Mafia had one on them, and I can't imagine what was being said there. And they still couldn't do the job. So, I mean, all respect to Inter, but mate, Man City just wiped the floor.
The thing I said to you, like, when you lot were like, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. I'm like, bro, there's no chance, man. You understand? When they get momentum and they get the ball rolling, they're capable of winning 10 to 15 games in a row, blood. You understand? There's not a lot of teams out there right now who can pull off that kind of run, blood. You get me? You get to 8 and then it starts to get sticky. Pause. They get to 10 and it's...
I believe the biggest win streak they had all season was 3. And everyone kept saying, they're going to go on this run, they're going to go on this run. I couldn't see it happening. And then they just win and win and win. And they're not just winning as well. They win like 7-0 in a Champions League game. What are you doing?
It's unheard of, blood. Like, that's why I say, is this team, if they get the treble, the number 1 team, blood? You understand? Will they be the greatest Premier League team as well? That's another question, blood. Because the three-peat, the treble, they've equaled Fergie. Obviously, not only titles, but they've equaled what Fergie has done, like with the treble.
Yeah.
And Pep won a champion.
Yeah. Are you saying that based on their Premier League results, or the best team that's ever played in the Premier League?
The best team that's played in the Premier League.
Well,
so the main ones I'll say is 04-05 Chelsea. I'm not putting the Invincibles. To me, the greatest Arsenal team was 97-98. I'll put United treble team. 98-99. And I'll put 07-08 with Ronaldo.
Centurion's got to be in there.
You put the Centurions over these lot? Because if these lot get the treble, does the Centurion team really matter? Because they only got 1 trophy that year, blood.
Yeah, no. I think they won the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, the double. Sorry, they did the double. They did the double. Yeah, you're right.
No. If they win the treble, it's no debate. It's the best. Do you know what? I actually am going to say. I can't really comment on the United treble winning team. I was in my dad's ball set pause, but I wasn't alive to it.
You don't need to pause that one unless you're Pup's blood. You don't need to pause that one.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, the best team I've ever seen play in the Premier League. Facts.
Yeah.
You?
Honestly, I think this team could be the one still. Yeah. I can't lie. I think, like it's just relentless. Like if you actually compare this team to the United 98-99 team, there's a lot of players from City that will get into a combined 11 over the United players, blood. You understand? You look at their midfield, they had Keane, Scholes, Giggs, and Beckham.
Okay,
you look at the City midfield, they got Gundogan, De Bruyne.
Best midfielder in Premier League history?
Oh, bro. Oh, mate. Like, nah. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got fucking Stevie G. You got fucking comes in. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. That's tough still. For me, I always said Gerrard was the man. For me, it was always Gerrard, like, because the way he carried that Liverpool team, the things he'd done, he would win games single-handedly from midfield, and you wouldn't see that. Whereas De Bruyne, he won't win games single-handedly. His ability is outstanding. His ability, he's technically better than Gerrard on that level, but as a leader, as a man, I gotta go Stevie G, blood. You get me? The man scoring 35 yard equalizer. You understand? He was look at Istanbul, blood. You get me? You think De Bruyne? Let's be real. I don't think De Bruyne could, like, he has that kind of that mentality of, yo, I'm gonna drag this thing. You get me? Because he never dragged City to the Champions League. It's now that he's got Haaland where he's getting more. Get me?
This is why I know that you're a Ronaldo fan, because you're looking at moments rather than actual physical ability. What can Steven Gerrard do that Kevin De Bruyne can't?
What can De Bruyne do that? What can De Bruyne do that Gerrard can't? Gerrard can pass. Gerrard can shoot. Gerrard can cross. Gerrard can take free kicks. Gerrard can take penalties. Gerrard can header. De Bruyne can't header. You ever see De Bruyne score a header?
Maybe.
You understand? Gerrard was a better goal scorer.
True, but it's all about, I think it's all about how well you make the rest of the team play. And I think that City and even Belgium, they run through De Bruyne. If he's not playing, they're fucked. Liverpool had their best years without Stevie G, never won the Premier League.
I wouldn't, I don't know that, because they had a better team now than what Stevie G had. If Stevie G had this team now, Stevie G would be a multi-time Premier League winner, blood. You get me? You have to look at the shit he had around him. When he actually had a bit of class around him, he was in title races. Torres. Look at the way him and Torres. That was like Haaland and De Bruyne. You get me? You were too young though. I remember that, blood. When Torres came to the league, I was shitting myself.
I remember that. I was getting into it, but I don't see Steven Gerrard. I don't see Kevin De Bruyne.
Like, you can't, like, it's banter, yeah, like we say that, but then, David Seaman got lobbed 2 times from the halfway line, but we don't discredit him. You get me?
Yeah.
Oh, let this slip, and then he slipped, blood. You understand? So, like, it is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, but you can't really use that as like a, you get me? Because Liverpool still could have won the league from that point. They bottled it, kind of like we did.
Okay. I'm not having that comment, okay? Because your Man City team might be the greatest team in Premier League history, and you're saying that we bottled it. So how good does that make us then that we took them to match week 35?
Us, you get me? Because you cannot tell me you're in April the 1st, 8 points clear. 8 points clear. April the 1st. There is a month and a half of football left. You understand? Because we're in an era now where, oh, we can't say this and, oh, we have to be nice and no. Now, fuck that, bro. I'm troops, bro. You understand? We bottled it. Simple as. You understand? You cannot tell me we didn't bottle it.
We bottled it, but I don't think you're giving this Arsenal team a fair remark. I don't think you're giving them their flowers. This team has given us some fucking great moments this year. Some unbelievable moments.
Memories are titles. Memories are trophies. These are moments. You're talking about, we're going to go back to a moment, man. This team is a moment team. Yeah, until they win something. You get me? That's the God's honest truth. Like, even Keon. I love Keon, blood. Yeah? One of our bad boy defenders, blood. You get me? Knock out Ruud van Nistelrooy. I love it, blood. You get me? But when he said that this is a team full of winners, they don't win fuck all, bro. You understand? You look at Steven Gerrard, you will call him a winner. You look at De Bruyne, that's a winner. You get me? Jesus is a winner. Zinchenko is a winner. But the rest of them, they need to get to that level, blood. You get me? We're getting into it, blood. Pause, you understand? So we might as well just slide straight into the preview. Arsenal travel to Nottingham Forest Saturday evening, 5:30 kickoff at the City Ground. There'll be no watch along, obviously, because I'm out in Denmark with Trey, but we will do player ratings and a fan cam as well. Matt, if we don't win, even if we don't win, blood, it don't matter, blood. You understand? Because if City win, the title's done. You get me? So we now the title's done. I suppose we can go through the players, pause, and who's had a good season, who's improved, who's let us down. You get me? News came out today that Aaron Ramsdale signed a new contract. I'm very happy with that, blood. You get me? I think he's a top goalkeeper. I think he's can only get better because he's young. People have to realize that as well, blood. Goalkeepers don't peak. For him to even be at a big club like Arsenal at that age, it shows you that he's got a bit of minerals. You get me? I'm not gonna lie. Like, when we signed him, I was like, "What the fuck are we doing, bro?" You get me? Like, we're signing a man that's been relegated more times than majority of the fucking Premier League players combined. You understand? But he's brought a calmness. Obviously, he hasn't been calm,
mate. Yeah. Sorry, that's my brother.
I big up Bobby, blood. Big Bobby.
No, he's Tottenham. Fuck him.
Oh, fuck Bobby.
Yeah, fuck him. Sorry, Bobby, go away. Aaron Ramsdale, I'm delighted to get him committed to the club. You saw, I mean, in the All or Nothing, I sort of fell in love with him, Pauls. I loved the way he acted when he conceded. I love the way he reacted when he kept a clean sheet. He loves his craft. I think he loves Arsenal, and he's a proper character in that dressing room. It's what we need. It's what we didn't have for years. We had Cech, who was obviously a bit of an old man, but he lost his way, and there wasn't really a character there. We had Ospina for a little bit. It just, you need someone in goal from the back that can see the whole pitch, that can demand it. And I think Aaron Ramsdale does that well. He's got a little mistake in him here and there, but he'll improve with age. Like you said, goalkeepers, they have a very long career, and he's only going to get better, isn't he?
Saliba, is he the best defender in our team? Because I've been saying this for 3 years. He didn't play for the club at the time, like, you understand? Because we've seen the drop since he's left. The defense, obviously not by his own accord, unfortunately. Is he our best defender? Because I know a lot of people rate Gabby more than him, Gabriel. For me, it's Saliba, blood. He's clear.
From August to April, which is when he got injured in April, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Best centre-back I've ever seen at Arsenal in my life.
In your life?
Who else have I got to compare him to? Koscielny. Because when I really started watching ball was 2010, 9. He's the best. He's flawless. He's the way that he transformed our team. We looked so secure with him. As soon as he dropped out, I just didn't feel confident at all playing out from the back. When teams were attacking us, it didn't feel the same. The Chelsea away game is what really made me realise we have got a fucking gem at the back. He doesn't fuck about. He clears it. He does what he has to do. He makes the fans a little bit nervous when he takes these little touches and the players get close, but he's always got it on lock. He did it on his debut, and he always pulls it off. He's a joke. I love him. What do you think of him this season?
I think he's been outstanding, bro. You get me? Since Aubameyang left the club, I never got no one on the back of my shirt. As soon as Saliba, it was like, bro, I'm going straight to Emirates, blood, Saliba. Like, because there was even rumors that we're going to give him number 2 because that little fucker Bellerin was fucking off. But I was like, brother, I don't care. If I'm getting the 12 blood, yeah? I want this now, dog. You understand? Because I used to watch him, like, you get me? And I saw how good he was. And especially with Fofana, they was in the same team. And Saliba was the one that they ranked higher. You get me? Saliba was the one that they're saying is the new Varane. You understand? And when I saw Fofana come to the Premier League and absolutely boss it at Leicester City, it gave me more hope with Saliba. You get me? Because if he's a level above him, then he's going to come in and boss the thing the same way. You understand? And to do that in your first season, and it's just outstanding, bro. You get me? His ceiling is only going to get higher. He's only going to get better. You understand? We have to tie him down, blood. You get me? Like we're tying down Ramsdale. We're basically, Saka's basically done. It's just an announcement thing. Martinelli's tied down. Odegaard, you get me? We need to tie him down, blood. You understand? Because people will be lurking. And I can see Pep coming in because he's a ball-playing centre-back. He fits their whole style. You get me? Playing under Arteta, he could literally go to Pep and just let me slide in like a glove, blood. You understand? I want to ask you about my boy, though. You know who my boy is, isn't it, blood?
Don't say what the Scottish geezer that plays for us.
Behave yourself, yeah. Show respect, yeah.
No.
Show respect, blood, yeah. Kieran Blood Clot Tierney, yeah. A man that can actually defend, blood, yeah. Who can actually do his job. He can actually play his position of left back, yeah. You're telling me, Matt's telling me, people, that we need to sell Tierney to Newcastle. You want to sell our best left back to a rival. You want to strengthen a rival. They have Dan Burn right now, bro. They have that Donny that was in fucking Adam's family that would just go.
He's doing bits. He's doing bits, Dan Burn. He's doing more than Tierney. He just scored a goal.
Brother, he's doing bits because he's actually playing. He's actually been given a chance. Yeah? You understand? What is your issue with Tierney, bro?
Mate, Tierney's due a test.
Did you ask Tierney for a picture and he said no?
He's a really nice. Hang on. He's a nice guy. He's a humble bloke. But listen. He isn't.
Can I get him? Fuck off, lad.
No. He's a good bloke. He's a good bloke. Listen, I've got nothing against Kieran Tierney. He's due.
What's the problem?
Look, he's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a great player.
For quite a while now. It's been, it's been 4 years now, and that's not a short period of time. That's a long time, and he's never ever really cemented his place in that starting 11. Otherwise, we wouldn't have bought Zinchenko. He hasn't done anything.
That was due to injury. Sorry, you get me? That was due to injury, though. You understand? It wasn't due to like him not being at a level to play. You get me? It was an injury thing. And if you check his injury record now, he's been fitter than the whole fucking team, blood. Pause. He's been fitter than Partey. He's been fitter than Zinchenko. He's all of them, blood. He's missed no time through injury this season. Last time he was injured was like last season early.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing, so you can't get injured if you don't play.
You can't get injured in training. He don't play for Scotland.
Okay,
he don't play. He didn't play in the Europa League. He didn't play in the Carabao. He didn't play in all these other games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's fair enough to say, but I think that when we play Zinchenko, like I was talking about with Saliba and De Bruyne, I think the whole team is a lot better and a lot more fluid when we've got Zinchenko.
I don't have nothing against Zinchenko. Why don't we put Zinchenko into the midfield and play Tierney at left back? What's the issue? If he wants to invert, put him in the fucking midfield, blood.
Yeah, but he's not. That's not his best position. His best position is left back. That's
it's not. For his country, where does he play, bro?
And Ukraine are absolute shit. No disrespect to Ukraine, but they are shit.
Where does he play for Ukraine?
He plays in the midfield, but
cool.
But who? Okay, okay, but do they have a Thomas Partey or a Granit Xhaka that might, overtake?
Granit Xhaka's leaving. Xhaka's gone. Xhaka's gone. Let's talk about. We'll slide into that as well. But Xhaka, that one, that's out the window now. You understand?
We're getting your boy.
What boy?
Deckers.
Oh, Dex. Yeah, but you still need like. Pardon?
You think Zinni's going to start over Declan Rice in midfield? That would be silly.
Obviously not. But if you're getting rid of Xhaka, you know we're not going to get Rice and Caicedo in it. You know that, innit?
Not both. We'll get one.
You know it's one or the other, innit?
Who are you taking?
Especially now that we're linking. Especially now we're linked with Gundo. Gundo's a free transfer. All you got to do is throw the bag at him for his wages. You know what I mean?
I see that.
We're only getting one. So you wouldn't like say to you, because look, you get rid of Tierney, there's no left back, bro. It's all on Zinchenko.
Who are you taking out of the two?
Who?
Caicedo or Rice?
Rice.
Yeah.
Everyone says to me, because everyone's like, all right, because it's your bedroom troops. Bro, it's not that, blood. You understand? Like, okay, there's a little bit of that in it. Like, you understand? One of the man then playing for the tech gang business. You get me? But nah, like, Robbie will tell you, bro. Like, I told Robbie about Rice years ago, like when he was playing in the West Ham ranks, because I'm cool with Morrison. So Morrison showed me about him. He was like, yo, bro, there's a kid coming up. And he was like, the way Morrison said, he's like, yo, he's a fan of you. Like, he watches your shit. He actually follows you. I was like, Ross, swear down. So I went on my followers, saw Declan Rice, followed him, messaged me, yo, bro, big fan, love your content, Red. So I was like, yo, love, bro. But at the time, he was playing as a centre-back. You understand? He came through as a centre-back, but then you could see the ball-playing ability of him that I knew they were going to move him forward into the DM position. You understand? And then he was having a bit of a tough time when he first came through because he was playing in the position that he's not, like that he wasn't. You know what I mean? They just put him in there and said, boom. But then they developed him and pushed him forward. And then Robbie was like at the start, oh, this guy's shit. You're just saying it's your brethren. I'm like, bro, all right, watch. All right, watch, blood. All right, watch. Same thing with Saka. Yeah? Same thing with Bakayo, blood. I should be a scout, blood. Arsenal, employ me, bro. I don't want no money. Yeah, I got Barstool money. We're good, blood. Yeah? Just, let me scout, man, blood. You understand? Like, I could be scouting, man, out here for the youngers right now, blood. Be a little bad boy ballers in this little under 10 tournament, blood. And I don't want no money, blood. You understand? But you get me? We're only getting one, blood. You understand? So why don't we move? Pardon?
No, go on.
Yeah, we're only getting one out of a Caicedo and a Rice. So why don't we move Zinni into the midfield, put Tierney at left back, because you got Champions League, you understand? So you're going to need cover, you get me? Zinchenko has played Champions League football. Dex hasn't. So he's got the experience, you understand? I see people saying that, oh, we shouldn't get rid of Xhaka. He has Champions League experience. Bro, if Xhaka played one season in the Champions League, yeah, and we ain't played since, yeah? I'm not like, he is, it's not all his fault, but he has a part to play in that. It's not all down to him, but he has a part to play in that, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you look at the Champions League games that in that season, he didn't start all of the games, blood.
He scored a goal.
The midfield was Coquelin, Santi them times.
And Ramsey.
You understand? El Neni was getting put in before.
Yeah.
You get me? So what experience does he really have in the Champions League? I don't think that can be used. For me, if we're getting rid, we need to get someone in. We can't just get Rice. We have to get Rice and Gundo or Rice and Caicedo. It can't just be one, because you're losing a body and you're just putting one in, bro. It don't make sense. You're going to have more games next year. You understand? You're going to want to get out of the Champions League. So you're going to, Wednesday, Saturday, you're going to play your best team, because you want to get out of the group and you want to fight in the Premier League, blood. So you're going to need quality and strength in depth. You understand? Zinchenko in a Champions League game in the midfield would terrorize it.
Yeah, he's a good option to have, but that's with Caicedo.
Because if you get rid of Tierney, what left back are you bringing in?
If we get rid of Tierney, what left back we bringing in? Could get Cohen Bramall back. I mean, you're gonna have to search. You have to search the market. I don't know. It's a tough question to answer off the top of my head.
No, I big up Cohen as well. He follows me, but that's gang.
Yeah. I mean, he had one preseason.
I don't even know where he is right now. Last time he was at Birmingham, but I know he's not there now because what's his name was there? Trust the process.
Trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably back in non-league, bless him. But yeah, he had a nice experience going on tour last.
Another Carl Jenkinson.
A big up Carl. With Caicedo, that's like having a Zinchenko on the right, because he can play right back as well, which could be huge.
So what, you'd go for Caicedo over Rice?
Nah, I don't know why I even said it. I'm taking Rice all day long, but trying to flare up an argument. But no, Declan Rice is the man for me. I think that he will be the biggest statement signing we've had since Mesut Ozil. I think that he is such a high-profile player that so many teams want. If we can actually get him at the Emirates in an Arsenal shirt, it will be massive. And he's like another Ramsdale as well. He's like another likeable guy, relatable footballer, interacts with the fans. That's what we need. We need people like that, I think.
How are you feeling for the game?
What, Forest?
There's literally nothing. You know, before we talk about the game, let's talk about Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka could be look set to leave the club by Leverkusen. How would you rank his time here? I'm not even going to say nothing, blood, because you know my thoughts in it. This was the first season where I started like fucking with Xhaka. Pause. You understand? Yeah, so there's no point asking me, blood.
No, I'm going to ask you after.
You want clips, the pussy. He wants clips, blood.
Yeah, we need the clips. We need 10 a week. But with Xhaka,
this guy does 10 a day, the motherfucker.
With Xhaka, I think I'm very happy it ended this way. I'm very happy he had a great year, because if he didn't have this season, it would have gone down as a very sour player that we had. But I think that he'll be remembered in a good light. I wish he stays for one more. Just give me one more, Granit. I think that we need his leadership, because you might not like him. I know obviously you just said that he's growing on you a bit. He's got that leadership. He's got that passion. He's been with us when the chips were down. He stayed through it. And I think he deserves one more shot. And like you were saying, in the Champions League, I think he deserves to play Champions League football with all of these young players. You've got to remember, when he was in the CL, we had such a toxic squad.
And he was younger. He was a lot younger. He was like 23.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like Baby Yoda and now Yoda in that squad.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far, blood. Yoda's a king, yeah? Yeah. Slow down, blood, like Bobby V, fam. You're moving mad on Melrose, blood. Slow it down, fam. You know what I mean?
Apologies. But Xhaka, I think, deserves one more. And I'd like to see that. But unfortunately, obviously, looks like he's gone. But in terms of ranking, I'd say before this season, 5. Now, 7.5. Or 7.25.
People are gonna say, "Oh, Troops, you're harsh." For me, 6.5.
It's fair.
I think if the title came home, I would have given him an 8. But yeah, I can't give him an 8. I can't give him higher than a 6.5. Like, I still have that image of him telling the fan base to fuck off. Like, for me, he should never have put on an Arsenal shirt again, bro. After that, blood, you disrespected the badge, you disrespected the club, you disrespected the armband. You get me? You disrespected Emery. You understand? Like, for me, he's a very lucky man to survive after that, blood. You get me? And it was down to Arteta, because Emery went out, Arteta sat him down, had a word with him, and then changed his mind. But for me, I just can't, like, he done very well this year, but it didn't really amount to nothing. You get me? So for that, I got to give him a 6.5, man. You get me?
I think if you're using the Palace moment to lower a score, I think that's so harsh. I think that moment actually shows you the type of player that Xhaka is when you're in.
Would Tony Adams have done that? Would Vieira have done that? Would Henry have done that?
Players have moments of madness. They're human beings. You've seen the
bro. There's moments of madness, and then there's disrespecting the club. Yeah, none of our captains have ever disrespected the club the way Granit Xhaka did. None of them.
Him and his family. There were comments that were made on his social.
I was not involved in that. I am not. Like me, I do a fan cam and I get my shit out. I don't tweet, I don't DM, I don't at them. I'm not on that, blood. You get me? I just do my fan cam. If they see it, they see it. It is what it is, blood. But all of them comments about his wife and child, you man should all burn in hell, blood.
And that's why I think it must have all got to him. And it was obviously a difficult period in his life. He's a human being at the end of the day. And to be, as soon as that board came up, people were booing, and the blood must have boiled to his head. We know he's a bit of a hothead. He's got that Albanian in him. Obviously, all respected Albanians, we love them, but they can be hot-headed at times. And he all day long. He's got.
That's my people, bro. What do you mean? They love me, blood. Even though I love me.
I hope they love me because I love them.
Yeah, you're with us, blood. Don't worry, blood. But the Serbians, boy, Savaloy.
Big up Vuj, though. Big up Vuj.
Yeah. Vuj is a real one, blood.
He's a legend. But yeah, he's a human being, and I don't think he should be judged off that moment. I think that it's even more impressive that he came back from that, and obviously got the captain stripped. But he's still our captain. I look at him as a vice captain, if not captain.
I hear what you're saying. Where he did turn it around from that moment. He really did, blood. He turned into a different player. He turned into the Xhaka that I saw at Switzerland.
I don't know about
I'm not going to predict a loss, but I've got this feeling they're fighting for their lives. We're dead and gone. You see City slap Madrid 4-0. I think that's going to even hurt the players again because because I was saying, if you remember the fan cam, I said, obviously you didn't do the fan cam this week, but I said in the fan cam that we played 2 times before Man City. We could have gone on top of them, you get me, and put pressure. You understand? But for me, the title was gone, but for me, the players, until it's mathematically done, you give it 110%. And I did not see that against Brighton. And I can see the same at Forest. A very toxic ground to go to, very hostile. The fans are going to be buzzing. That Oweni brother, he's banging in goal. Good record at Forest in recent years as well, bro.
I don't know what really there is to be nervous about apart from just banter from other fans. It's a bit of a...
I don't want to go out on a whimper. I don't want to go out with limp dick. Pause. I don't want that, blood. I want to go out with you understand? I want to go out fighting.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit of a dead rubber. Maybe Arteta will use it as a bit of an early...
Do you think he'll make changes? Do you think he'll switch it around? Do you think some players that haven't got a lot of opportunities, maybe a Tierney could get a start?
100%. Tierney, Reece Nelson, give him a go.
Would you start Saka? Or would you drop him? For me, I'd drop him.
I'd give him a rest. His season's done. He's got nothing else to do. Just give him a rest. Get that pen to paper. Give him a rest. Let him have a nice summer. I wouldn't even bring him to pre-season. Just let him chill out. He's played.
Nah, bring him, bro. We're gonna be there, blood. DC, NY, LA. We're gonna be all over that, blood.
Yeah, that would be sick. But
you pulling up?
I don't know if I will be. I think I could be in South of France. No, it's not. I'm not paying for it.
Man's going to Kansas them thing. I see you.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. I hope I can make it. I'd love to go with you. But who are we talking about? Forest. I can see it being 2-2.
Desmond.
I'm here. He's fit. I'll go El Nene. I'll go Odegaard, Xhaka. Let El Nene have a little run in. Maybe we could still win the league. City could still lose.
You wouldn't put in a Partey or a Jorginho. You wouldn't put Partey back in the side.
I don't know. I feel like something weird's happened with Partey. He's sort of been pushed out the side. He had a bit of a bad spell, but to push him out the side, he was one of our best players this season, and he's just been non-existent the last few games. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. We'll go Jorginho, Xhaka, Odegaard. But up front, I'd like to see Nelson, Trossard. Martinelli, Trossard, Nelson. Oh, Martinelli's out.
Yeah, Martinelli's out for the season, bro.
We've got to go Trossard, Jesus, Nelson.
I agree with your front three. I agree with your Partey back in.
Yeah. Could do. I mean, I don't really think it makes much of a difference. Gabriel Jesus, by the way. What are your thoughts on him, bud?
You don't want to play. You don't want to play striker, bro. And Tony got that ban. Oh, for fuck's sake, blood. I love Jesus, yeah, but he's not a striker, blood.
Nah.
Out the box than in the box, blood. You understand? Spends more time on the wings and down the middle. You get me? He's never like there's when the ball wants to actually come into the box. 9 times out of 10, he's on the edge.
I saw you tweet out you wouldn't take Vlahovic.
No.
Why not?
He's a see you next Tuesday. The man tried to. The man used my club for a move to Juventus, blood. Don't fucking come nowhere near this thing, blood. That boat has sailed. I don't even know who to get now, blood, because Osherman you're not going to get. There's not really any other top strikers out there if you check the level, bro. There's not actually a lot out there, like. So it's like, because Chelsea are going to need a striker as well. So I definitely do.
Let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. All right, we're on a striker hunt, and we've just seen a player in League One who scored 17 goals at America.
Flo.
Does he get a chance next season?
For me, you're selling Nketiah and protect Flo at all costs.
He's the type of player that he knows he's cold. He knows he's good, and he ain't going to settle for bench like Nketiah. No,
he's hungry. That's why he's picked. That's why he's picked America over England, because England are fucking about. Don't want to give him no opportunity. Ready. He's proven that he can go out and do a job. You get me? Even though it's Liga, you understand? He still has to go there and do the job, blood. You get me? A lot of pressure on him because everyone's got high hopes for him. For me, you're selling Nketiah and protect Balogun at all costs. You understand? You protect him at all costs, bro. You get me? Because that's a player that I don't want to see leave this club. You get me? Don't want to see him leave this club. Like, no way, bro. No way. Him, Smith Rowe, no way. No way, blood. No fucking way. I've got kind of a better feeling because I'm getting word that Arteta's trying to turn him into Xhaka.
I hear that as well. I don't know if it will work, though. I don't know if he's got that physicality to his game. I don't know.
I think he does. I think it's just because he plays on the wings and that, innit? You don't really see that about him. But if you actually watch Emil, you've never seen him get barred off the ball, bro. He's strong, blood. You understand?
Yeah, he's sent low
in there because he could glide through. He's got pace as well. He'd be like a progressive midfielder, ball carrier. You understand? He could be the Ramsey that we've been missing. You get me? That type of player, because we don't really have them midfielders right now, blood. You feel me? But you're saying 2-2, yeah?
I'm gonna predict 2-2. Yeah, Desmond. That's my final prediction.
I'm going 2-2 as well, blood. You get me? I'm going 2-2 as well. People, let us know in the comments below your predictions for the Arsenal game. You get me? Big up Matty every time, bro. You understand? We're gonna get him back on again, blood. You get me? Be nice to him in the comments, yeah? Be nice to him. You understand? Make sure you be nice, blood.
You're getting blocked on the back again account.
Yeah. I don't want, you know me, show Matt love, blood, you understand? But, Jetski,